Okay, now we're back on site. The structure of the runway has changed because of the dirt and the moisture, right? And the shrinkage. Now, what happens is, it hasn't been that long, It's not even directly overhead yet. It's over here. You got the wind pushing in one direction. You got the moisture in the earth now. Earlier, I dragged my foot. It's naturally compacting itself down, but I dragged my foot. I did this, right? But you can barely see that, I get down real close, you can't see barely. The beak of the bird is gone, It's packed itself down, Archaeologists are out in the desert looking for stuff that, don't even exist. So they can't get any weather patterns or any understanding of what's going on. You got the fish, pattern is gone. I got a little bit left over here of a ditch, And the Egyptians are like, we got to get a river through here. And every time I try to make a river, evaporation. It's like a heat pump, man. You notice, see here? So this is what happened. I wasn't there, but I'll tell you what happened. Had a bunch of smart people over there trying to help fix stuff. And they said, well, we'll make a big pyramid, and it'll get hot, like this bottle, and it'll start making water inside of it. And they built this big pyramid like they're going to get these big rivers, and it's like a river of denial, because it just took the water out of the dirt, threw it up into the atmosphere, and then there was nothing left. And there's no water sources close for the desert, so they started dividing the words of God. I'm speaking to you as a word of God, and there was no food, and they were hungry, and they started dividing the words of God, okay? No, bad idea. Water, science, coffee, birds and trees. And the Smith guy is like, man, I'm legend, man. I offer food, comfort, and safety. So we're trying to make a star base to land supplies to fix the planet. Now the wind was blowing that way earlier, yesterday. Today it's blowing this way because we packed it, constructed it. Now the sun's up there and it's kind of over here, and it's like all that stuff's rolling over the earth, hits the desert and bounces up into the atmosphere. There you go. But what they forgot was that heat is also getting an undertow. It's like taking your aircraft, out in the ocean and saying, are you swimming in the ocean right now? Right now I've got an undertow. Undertow? Yeah, because when the sand gets real hot and there's no moisture in the air, then you get an undertow, like a wick, wicking the moisture out of the air, and then it's dividing the words of God, which is the skies. Then more heat comes in, starts cooking, and then it makes hard for the jet to fly. And it starts getting low on crops, and we're like, man, look at the farm truck. That's a yellow submarine. And he's going, I need crops to put the back of my truck, because I got a sunshine on a cloudy day. We need more clouds, man, so these jets can fly. We need alternative craft, so when we got a desert, we can go. You see? You see? So what we need is crop circles. Get it? Crop circles? See the sand's blowing? It's all dry, blowing away, man. I need moisture in there, man. A different kind of anti-gravity, gravity convection ratio. Now remember the figure 8 I put here yesterday? You can barely see it today, huh? Now let's triangulate. Oh man, the sand dune just caved in. You know, if only I had the star base to land on, you know. Maybe I could have put some trees and windbreakers there, you know. You know, we wear windbreakers, you know, when it gets cold. Gotta stop the wind a little bit, you know, like another dimension, you know. Like that, you know. That's it, tell you what, man. Why? Because you see that? See that? Wind's blowing this way and it's just, see? See? Permission to buzz the flight tower. Slingshot. Israeli intelligence. Premium coffee. Best business. Wake you up in the morning with love, lots of love. Love of valuable intelligence, you know. Love of valuable education. See? To put water in the ground. Hmm? You recycle? See the sand? That's still there. That's still there. I still got a little bit of a ridge there, man. Part of my foot's gone. I got a V, like a victory, man, like a V. You know, or backwards check mark, man. The top of it's kind of missing, man. But you know, my wavelength's still there. It's kind of like fading out a little bit, man. But you know, I got a little wall right here, man. You know, jumps the wind up a little bit, man. You know, just you know, but then I got to pull back down, you know. Now it didn't rain. It's sunny, you know, no rain. Just the humidity over the night soaking into the dirt, and then the sun picking it back up. Top layer soil, man. Now here's where the kicker comes in. They don't have all that in the desert. But you can start the research here so you have more to work with. And then you go from here to another airport and you try to, and then you go from here to another airport closer to the desert, you know, in the Middle East and Southern United States, and you go, and then you jump to another place, and like truckers, you know, big supply trucks, you know, they got to have gas stations, truck stops, you know, ultralight research stops. Like a totally, you know, you got some at an airport, and then you got some at just out there research facilities, man, so it doesn't interfere with, you know, corporate stuff. And the more research they get, then the more they could tell the corporate airports, hey, adjust your stuff like this and try that the next time a jet lands. You know, but first we got to do a little research. So this is okay, man, bring your research plane in. Then they start landing the research plane, and then they say, oh man, cool. But the problem is, you know, sometimes they do that and they because it didn't wait for the American Indian guy to go, hey, you talking to the ducks across the road over there? I got 2 ducks walking next to the fence at the airport there, man. It says, hey man, can you get all your ducks in a row so we can get these tree thing going, man? You see the 2 ducks over there? They're trying to build a bridge between 2 different peoples, man, so they start talking. Now if I move and get my angle right, I got a 3 right in the center, man. Now this is the guy with the tripod, man, you know, and he's like, I got a cool stuff, man, but I want to understand the science too. Can you help me? He says, I got 2 ducks right there, man, working on it right now. Here come the plane. Then you get a field right here, a little test stuff, right? And then you got grass over there, a little test stuff. So you could test with dirt and with grass, you know. And the good grace is And then you go to another place and you got a specialty field and you got, you know, and then you got like a pond all the way around, like a moat, man. You know, like the Knights of the Round Table had a moat, like a water moat around the castle of the Starbase, like a Dr. Dan style, man. You know, that's what happens when naval intelligence, man, and the Army Corps of Engineers and the civil engineers get together. We start landing like really cool ideas, man. Here comes another one. It's like, man, this is some pretty cool aliens, man. Maybe they're Americans, man. No, man. Those are angels, man.